Hello, and welcome to this review of the Lost Lords of Pembroke historical romance book series by Lorraine Heath. I'm Olivia, your favorite resource for book recommendations you can easily screenshot. You're watching Random Olive Reads. First up is She Tempts the Duke. We start with a tragic prologue here for three young boys: Sebastian, aged 14, his younger twin brother Tristan, and Rafe, aged 10, locked in the tower after their father's funeral. Despite Sebastian being the new duke, they all think that their uncle is out to kill them and take the title for himself. They all manage to escape with the aid of their neighbor Mary, and they all go their separate ways, vowing for revenge when they're older and stronger. 12 years later, the three brothers have finally reunited and made a dramatic re entrance into society at their home during a ball that their uncle is hosting. Sebastian had been badly injured and scarred during the war in Crimea and is a fearsome sight. We get to see Sebastian and Mary meet again as adults and feel that instant connection between them. Unfortunately, Mary is engaged to somebody else, and it's inappropriate for her to be spending so much time with Sebastian. He's got his own issues with seeking revenge against his uncle and believing that he's unable to give Mary the type of marriage she deserves. We know they'll end up together anyway, so we just get to enjoy reading about how they continue to entangle themselves. Next up is Lord of Temptation. The daughter of an earl seeks out a ship captain to take her to where her fiance died in battle so that she can say goodbye and move on with her life. Except that Tristan is no ordinary ship captain. He is one of the lost lords who ran away from his evil uncle as a teenager and created a new life for himself at sea. Despite his brothers reclaiming his rightful place as duke, Tristan feels like he doesn't belong in society and prefers his position as Captain Crimson Jack. When Lady Anne comes to seek a private voyage, he doesn't need the money she offers, but instead demands a kiss, thinking that he'll be able to seduce her into more. On Anne's side of things, she's been grieving her fiance and regretting an argument that they had before he shipped off to war, and she's hoping that this journey will give her closure and the ability to move on. Lucky for her, she's rediscovering that she does have the ability to move on as she's attracted to the gruff ship captain. But even with the attraction between the two, they have very different goals in life, positions in society, and Anne doesn't even know that Tristan's actually a lord. There's lots of delicious drama in this one, especially when they return to London from their voyage. Deck the Halls with Love is a super quick little novella. A marquis who was misguidedly engaged to someone else earlier in the year is at a Christmas house party, hoping to win back the woman he's really in love with. Except now that she's engaged to somebody else, he needs to do some convincing to get her to choose him instead. This, luckily, a convenient snowstorm helps to move things along. Lord of Wicked Intentions is book 3 of the series. The youngest brother, Rafe, is now the owner of a gambling hell after growing up in a workhouse and the streets of St. Giles. Despite his rightful status as a lord, he does not move in polite society and is still generally resentful of the pampered aristocrats he serves at his club. One such aristocrat is auctioning off his illegitimate sister's virginity after their father's death without the knowledge and consent of that sister. Sweet and naive Evelyn is terrified to learn of her new fate as the mistress to cold and gruff Rafe, but realizes that she doesn't have any other options as her father had kept her coddled with no security for her future. I really enjoyed seeing Rafe being protective and caring towards Evelyn despite his claims that he has no heart. It was also great seeing Evelyn embrace her new role and assert herself and her independence. This book also nicely makes steps towards reuniting the estranged brothers and seeing their ladies keep them all in check. So this whole series was really good. Like really, really good. This one definitely makes most sense reading in order because you get the sequence of events on how the lords were lost and then re-entered society. It's a tragic life for all of the brothers involved, and even though they should have grown up close together, the actions of their uncle completely fractured their relationship and feeling of family. It was sad and awful and emotional and so very, very good. I highly recommend reading this whole series. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you've decided to add this series to your TBR. Links to all of the books are in the description box. Like and subscribe to get updates, and you can follow me on Instagram at randomolive.